warm-ups from Citlali Gutierrez, and we're ready for first pitch between Oklahoma and Texas. We joked yesterday it was a color rush uniform matchup. This is truly that. The all burnt orange with the very thin white pinstripes for Texas, and Texas in white cursive font across its chest. Oklahoma going with its all crimson unis, white Sooners across their chest, white numbers and white stripings. Red on red for the stirrups and the socks. Here we go. Thanks for joining us for the Sooner Softball pregame show presented by Walden Cleaners and Laundry, where the difference is quality. Jada Coleman digs in. Gutierrez stares in. The first pitch of the Big 12 title game is outside for ball one. 6:36 for the time of first pitch. Great energy here, Destiny. Great energy.
Yes, I'm loving it. So far, so good. Fans are going to play a big role in tonight's game.
Here's the 1-0. There's a strike right on the outer edge. Well, let's tell you about what has been the greatness of Citlali Gutierrez. The book on her, as we give you our opponent preview, brought to you by Polson Tax Resolution and Accounting. Your tax problems don't care who you are, but we do. The book is to try to get on her early, as the 1-1 is in for strike two.
I think that's the key here anyways. No matter who's on the mound for OU, you've got to come out.
Maybe one of the great keys, period, in any sport, right? Yeah. Jump on them early.
Get on them. But I do know that as Gutierrez gets deeper in the count, deeper in the games.
1-2 misses low.
She will start to slip just a little bit.
Pitched a gem against the Sooners, a complete game 6-hitter where she allowed just one run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. 2-2 pitch to Jada Coleman. Lines it foul down the left field line and away from Dayton and left. Went a little long with Coach Gasso in our pregame interview, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Take a taste and see. So we haven't really set that Texas lineup beyond Citlali Gutierrez and her 10-0 record, getting the start, 1.44 ERA. Big 12 Player of the Year, Reese Atwood behind the plate. The pitch, grounded to the right side, bobbled, booted, E3. Katie Stewart had it, lost it, kicked it. Jada's aboard. Stewart's at first, Washington's at second, Livy Martinez, their shortstop, and Mia Scott, who had struggled in the early part of the season, has become an absolute Hoover vacuum over there at third base. Bella Dayton, the Arizona transfer, in left, Ashton Maloney in right, and the freshman Star Henry out in center. Here we go. First pitch to Ella Parker with a runner at first, and nobody out, is low for ball one. Pretty routine play for Stewart, too, Destiny.
Yeah, it's a play that's got to be made.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to the Sooner freshman. Swings and bounces a slow roller to the right side. The only play is going to be at first, and it's not in time. Washington waited and let it come to her, and Ella Parker beat it out. It's an infield single, and the Sooners have runners at first and second with nobody out in the top of the first inning, and here comes Tiare Jennings. The Longhorns are meeting in the circle already.
Way to apply some pressure to this defense. That's what you want to see. Whatever it takes to get yourself on base, but Jada Coleman just making contact and making the first baseman really work. And then same thing with Ella Parker, just putting the ball in play and putting some pressure. That's a play that's got to be made. You cannot sit back and let that ball come to you. Ella Parker's got some speed.
Tiare Jennings digs in. First pitch, low and in, ball one. Tiare has been solid here this weekend. Really seemed to get the bat going with that home run Sunday against Oklahoma State in Bedlam. The 1-0 pitch is lined deep to right field. It is off the wall. Jada Coleman rounds third, headed home. It's an RBI double from Tiare Jennings, and the Sooners strike first in the Big 12 championship game. 1-0 Oklahoma.
That's one way to start this game. That's exactly what they needed to do. Just get on top, make contact, see the ball. Tiare Jennings going opposite field on that, letting the ball travel a little bit deeper.
Listen to this crowd. Texas has its first circle visit, and Oklahoma has landed a solid jab to start this game. But this is that moment where I remind you, it's exactly what they did when they played Texas in Austin, though not quite with this ferocity. The Sooners jumped out to a 2-zip lead in the Friday opener that they won. In fact, Oklahoma went into the 7th inning of that game with a 5-0 lead. Ella Parker hit a first-inning home run off Gutierrez in the Saturday game, the only run of the game for the Sooners. And it was Ella Parker's homer in the top of the 3rd inning that gave him a 1-zip lead in the Sunday game. So the Sooners have worked from ahead in all 4 matchups with Texas this year, but let's see if they can add more than a single run. Brito, now we're ready. 2nd and 3rd, first pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Good job by Reese Atwood to block it.
Yeah, I mean, that pitch skipped before the plate.
Could have easily brought home Parker. Alyssa Brito laid down a squeeze bunt here yesterday. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Brito. That's a strike right on the outer edge. Good frame job by Atwood.
See Gutierrez working that outside corner to a righty, but I'm seeing a lot of room over in left field. She misses in. That ball can, Brito can stretch a triple on that.
She did. Brito fouled it straight back. A ball and 2 strikes from Gutierrez. That's Bella Dayton out in left field. The Texas left fielder is shaded almost in left center field. And look at Henry in center field, Destiny.
Yeah, lots of space out there.
Almost a right center for her.
What that tells the hitter, though, is that they're going to paint that outside corner and try to get you to
1-2 is low. Try to get you to chase a little bit.
Chase or go opposite field with that. Pretty big gap in the 5-6 hole as well.
Way up the middle, too. In tight, though. They want to come home. The 2-2 pitch popped foul and out of play. Look out. I noticed something in listening back. I say look out on every foul ball here, like I'm going to be able to get someone's attention. So I wanted to apologize. Parker's at 3rd. Tiare Jennings is at 2nd. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Brito. Swing and a miss. Big pitch by Gutierrez. 1 away. She went after Brito and got her. Here's Kinsey Hansen. 13-2, the final score in the win over BYU. 10-1 in the win over Kansas. 1-zip here in the top of the 1st inning against Texas. Hansen at the plate. Here's the first pitch to the Sooner catcher. Inside, ball 1. Cassidy Pickering waits on deck, shouting out words of encouragement. Hansen at .423 on the season. 7 doubles, 8 home runs. She bats here with runners at 2nd and 3rd and 1 away. The pitch. Good spot, looked a little low, but that's been a strike so far for our home plate umpire, Steve Gould. Leah Dahm over at first. Terry Holt is our umpire, who is standing behind Ella Parker at 3rd. These are the situations where Oklahoma hasn't been able to take advantage of them leading into this tournament. They have since the 1-1, and they will here. Grounder, beautiful play. It's short. They'll get the run home as it's backhanded by Martinez. They'll tag out Tiare Jennings in the rundown, but Oklahoma grabs a 2-zip lead on an incredible play in that 5-6 hole by Martinez. I don't think Jennings was going to have a chance if she just had committed to sliding to 3rd there. Yeah, they had her dead to rights, but she got in the rundown and at least allowed the run to score. It's 2-0 Sooners. Here's Cassidy Pickering. First pitch swinging, and she pops it up on the infield. Washington, the second baseman, makes the catch just on the first cut of the outfield grass, and Oklahoma strikes first. The Sooners, thanks to some Texas mistakes. Sooner softball is presented by Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway, and today's game sponsors are the OU Community Cornerstone Partners, Fowler Auto Group, OG&E, OU Health, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. 2-zip Sooners as we head to the bottom of the first inning, and here is Kelly Maxwell, who was good here in the opener on Thursday night, but not necessarily dominant. Gave up back-to-back singles to start the game, but still picked up the win for the Sooners. Here's the first pitch to Maloney. Soft slap to short. Jennings up with it, throws one away. There we go. Pretty smooth.
It's a good start. Getting that leadoff batter out kind of sets the tone. That's big.
Here's the third baseman, Mia Scott. Love the start to this game. Love the start to each game of the Big 12 tournament for the Sooners. First pitch to Scott is in for strike one. Maxwell here did her in the win on Thursday night, but just threw 51 pitches, 3 innings, 3 hits. Walked 2, struck out 2. The 0-1 pitch bounced foul at the plate, 0-2. Mia Scott, .419 average on the season, 7 home runs, 22 total extra base hits. I think the kids would say she's been on one for this team since about midseason. Lefty-lefty matchup, the 0-2. Low and away. Like the spot there, DJ.
I like that spot.
I said DJ twice already this broadcast.
That's okay. That is all right.
This is what happens when I see a lefty pitcher out there and I don't have a lefty slapper in the batter's box. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Maxwell. Swing and a miss.
Nice.
Got her. 2 away. That'll bring Vivana Martinez to the plate. They call her Vivi. She was a problem in Austin. First pitch, a little bit low and in, ball 1. I've kept the game in my BC scorebook. I've kept it tabbed here to kind of go back throughout this broadcast and look at those games kind of as we scored them. The 1-0 pitch, a little bit high. Every so often I'll make a little note by a player just in case you see him again. And I think my note by Vivi Martinez was, don't want to see her again.
Don't want to.
Don't want to. Went 3 for 3 in that Saturday game. Grounds one here to the right side. Torres up with it. Throws to first. It's a 1-2-3 first inning. There you go, Kelly. There you go, Kelly Maxwell. Keep it rolling. We head to the second inning. Sooners on top of Texas. Shouts out to Sooner Baseball. OU just wrapped up a 9-1 win over Baylor. They're going to turn around and play the second game later on, well, here in about 30 minutes. So we welcome those of you who have been following along as OU Baseball wins the series from Baylor. Here we head to the second inning with Destiny McElroy. I'm Chris Plank. Gabby's up here with us, so we're off to good luck. Shouts out to Gabby's dad. What does he have? Your sister's softball game tonight? So he's got us locked in. I just heard from Chief George Tiger, who has us locked in tonight. Doug Hamilton down in Hockley, Texas. We'll hit those third inning shout-outs coming up in a bit. Let us know where you're listening from at OU on the air. Here we go to the second. 2-0 Sooners. First pitch to Alina Torres is right on that outer edge for strike one. And I'm going to tell you something. Our home plate umpire is making Reese Atwood look like the most impressive pitch framer we've ever seen in the history of the game.
I thought you were just going to compliment that pitch, and I was not going to agree with you.
The 0-1 is looped down the right field line, foul. Atwood is legit moving her glove. I mean, a good
It's working.
I just watched the replay of it.
It's working.
Her frame job has been fantastic. As Torres finding herself in an 0-2 count. Gutierrez. Ground ball fouled on the third base line. One thing I did learn about Citlali Gutierrez, she has a very hard-working family. They played travel ball with S.J. Guerin. I was talking to Angela, Robbie, S.J.'s mom, about her, and just how much fun they had playing with her and how much it sucked to see her do against them what she did against the Sooners in Austin. Here she gets the swing and a miss from Torres. Throw down, one away. Torres is retired on the strikeout. Here's Sid Sanders. I was on the D1 softball pregame show, Destiny, and they asked me if there was one player I really want to see have a moment here tonight. I said Sid Sanders. I think she's got a chance, if she gets cooking, to be a big-time difference maker for the Sooners as she takes strike one. The problem is it just hasn't been consistent. She's so good defensively at first base. All the Sooners need is the slightest spark from her at the plate, hitting in the 8th spot tonight. She takes ball one, low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
She's so good. I think she just needs that one clutch moment back, and I think that's when she'll feel herself again, because it's not mechanical. It's not. There's nothing that she can really do. She just needs one to fall.
She rips one foul down the third baseline. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Great kid. Hard worker. Came here from Arizona State. We know she's talented. Was the Big 12, or excuse me. Well, eventually Arizona State will be in the Big 12, Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. Gutierrez looking to set down another Sooner by way of the K. The 1-2. Pop foul towards us and out of play. Crowd still filing in, but a great crowd for a Friday night. They did not open up the upper bowl. I'm not sure if they did last night or if just some fans found their way up here. Here's the 1-2 to Sanders. Low and away, 2-2. That's my only confusion, because there were fans up here last night.
There were. For sure there were fans
confirm.
Up here. Only on the first base side, though.
That's right. 2-2 again. Got her. Swing and a miss. 2 away. And here comes Riley Boone in that 9th spot.
It's a great pitch sequence. Sanders caught chasing, but Gutierrez, great job taking some off of that pitch to keep Sanders off balance.
2-0 Sooners. We're in the top of the second inning. 2 quick outs as Riley Boone strides to the plate.
It's a good chance to turn the lineup back over. Mia Scott over at third base is right in Boone's face.
First pitch way outside, ball 1. Boone cooled off a little bit last night, went 0 for 2, but still walked and scored a run. Or pardon me, the walk and run scored was credited to Maya Blanche. She went 0 for 2. The 1-0 pitch checked her swing, but they're going to call it strike 1.
0 for 2, but she came in 5 for 5.
Yeah, she had singles, base hits, I should say. I think there was a double mixed in there. In her previous 5 straight plate appearances. Here's the 1-1 to Boone. Low and away, 2-0.
Boone has been such a spark, hitting .415 this season. It's incredible.
I feel like I did curse her because I was so excited about the RBI run that she was on. She never surpassed her total from her sophomore year. was almost guaranteeing that. The 2-1 is bounced to Scott. Handcuffs her, though. Recovers in plenty of time to throw to first and get Boone, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning. The Sooners go in order. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Oklahoma 2, Texas nothing.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Oklahoma. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
2-0 Sooners as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Reese Atwood, the Big 12 Player of the Year, will lead things off. Hard-hitting, right-handed hitting catcher, swings and misses at strike one. Phillips 66, proud presenters of the Big 12 Championship. Phillips 66, get ready to go. Sooner softball also brought to you by OG&E. OG&E, we energize life. There's ball one on a pitch that just missed. Atwood is in the midst of an 11-game hitting streak right now.
Let's talk about that some more.
She's hit in 11 straight games. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A little bit up, 2-1. And I hesitate to bring this up, but despite her .435 average, despite the fact that she's driven in 3 and has scored 3 in this Big 12 tournament, she's just 2 for 20 lifetime against the Sooners. There's strike 2.
There you go.
She was 1 for 8 in the series. The only hit was in the Friday night Sooner win. She was 1 for 12 against OU last year. So she starts 0 for 1 here. Maxwell, long look at the pitch watch. She's ready. From the belt, Maxwell rocks, fires, froze her. No, are you kidding me? Ball 3. Oh my goodness, I think she froze the home plate umpire too.
Now that was a great pitch. I don't know where that missed.
The umpire even lifted up as if he was going to call strike 3. Instead, ball 3. Giving another hitter like this a pitch. Concerning. Full count pitch. Foul back. She had a cut.
That was a great off speed, too. It's good to see that early in the game from Kelly Maxwell.
2-0 Sooners, bottom of the second inning. .33 runs batted in during this Longhorn 18-game win streak. Full count pitch. Swing and a miss! Ball don't lie. 1 away. Second strikeout of the game for Maxwell. Strikeouts are presented by the world's Oklahoma, the world's. You're the world's largest Tinker Federal Credit Union. Oklahoma's largest federal credit union, Tinker Federal Credit Union. Here's Katie Stewart. I want to talk about a player that was a problem for the Sooners. Stewart was just that in Austin earlier this year. First pitch, in for a strike. And what's wild is Katie Stewart, I don't think she even played in the first game. Maybe came in as a late pinch hitter. That was it. The 0-1 is up high and in.
There's a woman down here trying to hype up the crowd. She has made her way from the third base side all the way down to the first base side. Shaking hands.
She's got a cowboy hat on. Necklaces. 1-1. Foul back towards us.
Could it be?
No! So close.
Plank.
So
you
close.
had a hand on it.
I touched it. I got a piece of it.
That's the closest it's ever been.
If I would have leaned over any more, I would have tumbled. They got to have a replay of that to see how close the hand was. It's a foul ball. Oh, the cameras didn't even follow it. Come on, ESPN. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch to the right-handed hitting first baseman from Maxwell. Here it comes. A little up. Now, Stewart didn't start the Friday night game. I don't know why. She came in and got a base hit and a pinch hit appearance, or at least reached. And then was incredible ever since. The 2-2. Ooh, a little bit up, ball 3. freshman out of Frankfort, Illinois. So close. Gosh, Destiny, so close. It just had one more little pop.
I bet the listeners are happy to hear that it got close.
It's the closest we've ever had. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball's in the dirt. Hansen pops out, throws a strike. 2 away. And Jolie Mitchell strides in.
I love what we're seeing from Kelly so far. Just not afraid to mix in any of her pitches. Really taking control of this game.
Right-handed hitting Mitchell. Rosebud, Arkansas. First pitch, strike one. It's kind of wild when you look at the numbers between these two teams. They're so incredibly similar, and you see some of the players who have stepped up recently for Texas. Atwood, Mitchell, they've really struggled against OU. The 0-1, a little bit out, 1 ball, 1 strike. Mitchell was just 1 for 9 in the series back on April 5th, 6th, and 7th in Austin against Oklahoma. Her only hit came off Maxwell. Here's the 1-1. Pop foul back towards us again. Is there a chance? No. That one didn't take the proper roll.
Oh.
And rolled all the way down on top of the Sooner dugout. I think JT might have a chance to make a play on that. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Maxwell walks to the back of the circle. The crowd rises. The 1-2 pitch headed home. Low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rito is even with the bag at third. A little shaded towards second is Tiare Jennings. There's some room in that 5-6 hole. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Mitchell. Up and away, ball 3. When the World Series returns in 3 weeks, this place will look much, much different. No outfield stands for the Big 12 tournament, but they're on their way. The 3-2 pitch, ball 4. Oh, good at bat there for Mitchell, who just fought, and she'll trot down to first base as Caden Henry steps to the plate. Well, it's frustrating when you're out in front like that and you still lose the hitter.
Yeah, I'd like to see Kelly finish that at bat. Got 2 outs. Even just allow her to roll something up. Let your defense work. You've got to put that one away.
First pitch to Henry, swing and a miss, strike 1. Speedy, electric, athletic, the Dickinson, Texas product. Lefty-lefty matchup. Started her collegiate career with a 6-game hitting streak. As the 0-1 pitch, she offered at the bunt, strike 2. In those 6 games, 5 of those were multi-hit games. And she is just 1 for her last 9, including 0 for 6 in the Big 12, as the 0-2 pitch misses outside, 1-2. 2-0 Sooners. We're in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Mitchell 11 for 12 on stolen bases. Could be a threat here. Maybe okay with 2 outs, but keep an eye there.
1-2, grounded to the right side and through into center field. Coleman got a bad beat on it. Stumbling, rounding second is Mitchell. They'll send her home. The throw will not be in time. Coleman got an awkward jump in center field, and that ball got all the way to the wall. And Henry smokes one up the alley in right center field. A worm burner that Torres couldn't make the play on. And Texas has cut it in half, 2-1. And this is almost carbon copy of what happened in Austin as Alyssa Washington steps to the plate. When the Sooners would grab a lead in Austin, Texas always seemed to have a counterpunch. First pitch, strike. This goes back, though, to walking Jolie Mitchell and even being in that situation. Oh, Torres so close to making that play. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Washington. A little bit out. And that's, by the way, no knock on Jada on the angle that she took. It almost...
What I think happened is I think Jada thought...
I thought she made the play.
Yeah. So she saw it go into the fence a little last minute. Ground
ball to short. This should do it. Jennings throws across. Texas cuts it in half. But that'll do it for the Longhorns. We head to the third inning shout-outs coming up, brought to you by Century Roofing. 2-1, Oklahoma leads it in the top of the third inning, be the top of the lineup for the Sooners, and Jada Coleman, Ella Parker, and Tiare Jennings. We always love to hear where you're listening from. Let us know at OU on the air. That's at OU on the air. Mo Sooner and his kids and his two-time cancer-defeating wife are tuned in from Houston, Missouri. Congratulations, prayers, happy Mother's Day. As Jada Coleman digs in. Lisa Edelin asks, where were you on that catch? You got to be quicker than that. I had no chance. It was out of my reach. So close. Close as I've ever been. Jada reached on an error, swinging at the first pitch her first time up. This time she takes ball one as the field lights up. The lights here come on. New light banks over the last few years, I will say, as an old school guy, I do miss the old school lights that you can see on the practice field across the way. These are much better.
They upgraded.
The 1-0. Coleman swings and fouls it off. Chef has checked in from the Philippines tonight. He's listening at 15:20 a.m. live using iHeartRadio. Welcome. 15:20. So I thought 15:20 would. Oh, he's listening on 15:20 a.m. My bad. I thought he was giving us Army time. There's a ball that's poked foul on the left field line. I'm like, buddy, my son is at West Point. I've never heard of 15:20, but thanks for tuning in. Kevin Haji and his father, Ali, are checked in from Phoenix, Arizona. Boomer Sooner. Mikey raced home from a birthday party to check the Sooners, and Toby Scott is locked in up in Washington, D.C. Here comes the 1-2 to Jada. Way outside, 2-2. Lee's down in Cedar Park. Chris Emerson and Jinx. Judy in Silver City, New Mexico. There's my guy, C. Mills. Larry in the St. Pete Soonered Inn. Melanie in Brenton, Seattle. Chris Berry in Enid. William in New Jersey. Miss Jane Jetson, an OU architect, listening from Izmir, Turkey. 2-2 is bounced down the first baseline, just foul. Couple quick ones here. Miss Jane Jetson down in Dallas. Did I mention that? B. Jax, Brandon Jax, the mayor of Medill. Greg is tuned in, fishing tonight. And Tim Scrifes in Lexington. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-1 Sooners. Jada deep in the box. Gutierrez rocks and fires. Low and in. Ball. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Called strike 3 on a pitch that looked to be low and in. Oof.
We'll have to see that on replay.
Patty Gasso has the stare down to the home plate umpire that if looks could kill, my man wouldn't be here right now. Here's Ella Parker. 1 away for the Sooners. Parker, first pitch, takes it a little bit out, ball 1.
Atwood has got a really good frame job going. I mean, that pitch, it's too close to take. I think Jada needs to at least try to foul that off or something, but Atwood is back there just getting those calls. That's huge.
Parker, infield single her last time up, takes ball 2 way outside. 1 Cent is checked in from the stands. He's tuned in. Joe Bob Hackney in Lexington, Oklahoma. Mark Worley, Debbie and J.O. Buddy Katie is checked in along with Zach and Ethan. There's a strike on the 2-0 pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Traylon DeCur, Charisse. Gunny is always tuned in. Appreciate it. And more of those coming up as we roll through the third inning. At OU on the air. There's that call on the inside edge on the 2-1 pitch for strike two. Adjustment here, right, Destiny?
Yes, we've got to see something different here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I think this is a good opportunity for Ella to make sure that she's not chasing out of the zone, but it could be a good pitch to
bounce right back up the middle into center field. How's that?
There you go.
It's a 2-hit day for Ella Parker. And she just bounced that one, working the dirt a bit, back up the middle for a 1-out single. And here's T.R.A. Jennings.
Those 2-2 counts can be tricky because you don't want to be, as the pitcher, you don't want to get behind in the count, but you don't want to throw something that these hitters can work with. And Ella Parker's a huge threat.
First pitch to TRA is in the dirt. Ball gets away from Atwood. Parker is on her way to second without a throw. It's a wild pitch. And puts a runner in scoring position for T.R.A. Jennings. Two to one Sooners, 3 hits. 2 of those 3 hits from Ella Parker, who stands at second with 1 out in the top of the third. The pitch to Jennings. A little bit low, 2 balls and no strikes.
Atwood just working to get that call. I'm shocked she didn't get that one.
Two balls and no strike. Wind picks up just a bit here at Devon Park, but time is called. There was some sort of T.R.A. Jennings was a little bit full. There was something wrong with Reese Atwood's pitch watch. And right as it almost looked like Gutierrez was going to try to pitch, home plate umpire popped up and gave time. And they're trying to fix it right now. Patty Ruth Taylor has taken over the pitchers for Mike White. Allegedly, Mike isn't calling pitches, but I think he has a voice.
I was going to say, he's very involved. If he's not making the full decision, he's making at least half of it.
All right, we're ready to go. 2 balls and no strikes with a runner at second and 1 away. Here's the pitch to T.R.A. That's a strike, 2-1. Brito waits on deck, and Brito was probably frothing after the strikeout she had in the first inning. 1 of 3 strikeouts so far. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch, Jennings swings and fouls it straight back. Look at it.
Fan made a play.
Did they catch that? Wow. It's been a weekend where some big plays have been made in the stands by the fans. Seems to be kind of common play here at Oklahoma City. 2 strikes now on Jennings. The 2-2 headed home. Swings opposite way, foul. Again into the stands. That one bounces off a few hands. There's action in both bullpens. Nicole May is up and throwing for the Sooners, as is Carly Keeney. And it's raining. It just started raining here as the 2-2 pitch is headed home to Jennings. In the dirt, ball 3.
Gutierrez had quite a few of those pitches that don't make it to the plate.
It seems like it's just a light little drizzle. I haven't seen anyone go for the rain gear yet, so that's a good sign. Maybe it was just a brief shower.
I think we're at the moment where you're like, hey, is it raining?
3-2 is grounded sharply towards Scott. She makes the play, throws 2 away. Wow. Those were the plays Mia Scott was struggling with early in the season. Now she has been unstoppable in the hot corner, 2 away.
It's a hard hit by T.R.A. Jennings. Good battle through the count.
2-1 Sooners. Runner at second, now 2 outs. Now we see a few more jackets coming on as the first pitch to Brito is fouled back, but man, that came off the bat weird. That thing with a full swing from Brito kind of squirted towards the Sooner dugout. Again, Oklahoma, the visitors here. They're down the first baseline. Going to get a new softball here. I think the third base umpire saw maybe the same thing I did. That looked off.
Yeah.
So they get a new softball in here.
Seemed like Brito's swing was just really early. It made contact right off the end of the bat, scuffed the ball up.
Here's the 0-1 to Brito. A little bit up, 1-1. You know, it's kind of funny. You say you're at that moment where you look around, you're like, is it raining? Yeah, it's raining, but is it like raining hard?
Yeah.
Or is it
The conversations are happening. People are starting to realize.
It's like, is that rain? That's how we got Gabby up here in the booth with us. Concerns over that. Here's the 1-1 to Brito. Strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. There doesn't appear to be a concern of lightning in any of these storms that are around Oklahoma City right now, but beyond the right field wall, that looks concerning. Here comes the 1-2. Brito takes it in the dirt, ball 2. I'm going to tell you one thing that's impressive about Citlali is you cannot tell out of her hand. She is very deceptive. Spin, speed, she can do it all. The 2-2 pitch to Brito in the dirt, ball 3. Good take.
Really good job by Brito. Gutierrez is working through those 2-2 counts pretty often.
The next pitch for Citlali will be her 57th pitch. Make it her 58th of the game, and Brito rips it to the right side under the glove of Washington into right field. The Sooners answer the Longhorns' run with a 2-out RBI single from Alyssa Brito that scores Ella Parker from second. It's 3-1 Sooners. That's what this program has done, man. That's what this team has done. They jump out. You respond. They answer.
Really great piece of hitting, too, by Brito. I love how she worked the count, fouled some stuff off, and then let the ball travel deep enough to go opposite field and ensure that that run scored.
Kinsey Hansen reached on a fielder's choice her first time up. First pitch she takes, ball 1. I mean, Brito, you could almost hear her barking at Kinsey Hansen, words of encouragement from up here. That ball was smoked by T.R.A. Jennings and just got past Washington into right field. 3-1 as strike 1. Again, that frame job by that Atwood takes a pitch that might be a little bit off the plate and finds a way to make it look much better. I said Jennings smoked that, didn't I? Brito smokes it. I was close. There was a 3 on the end of it. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Hansen. A little bit low, 2 balls and a strike.
Jennings did smoke one over to third base earlier.
She did. That was a heck of a play by Mia Scott. Hansen digs in, ahead on the count, 2 balls and a strike. Look out here. Great hitters count. The pitch, she had a cut, fouled it off. Hansen went 1 for 2 here on Thursday night against Kansas with a double. Drove in a run. Got a little break early. Despite going 2 for 3 with 2 RBI and a run scored against BYU. Riley Ludlam caught the last 2 innings against BYU. 2-2 pitch inside, ball 3. They'll throw behind Brito at first, who slides back in. That was tricky by Atwood and showed off her arm strength there. Mac Morgan confirmed warming up in the Texas pen. As the next pitch from Citlali Gutierrez will be her 64th. Brito will get a jump start at first. The 3-2. Line drive, right center field, up the alley, to the wall. Brito round second. Patty Gasso waves her home. Kinsey Hansen on her way to third. The throw is in time. They'll get Hansen trying to stretch it to a triple, but Alyssa Brito scores from first on the RBI 2-out double to make it 4-1 Sooners. Coach Gasso having a little conversation with Kinsey Hansen. Might have got a little aggressive stretching that. But what a response from the Sooners. Oklahoma takes a 2-zip lead. Texas answers with a run in the bottom of the second inning, and now Oklahoma puts 2 more on the board in the third. But could Oklahoma be challenging? Clark has checked in from Camp Humphrey, South Korea. 15:20 would be 3:20 military time, right? 3:20 in the afternoon. But I can do the conversion. I mean, I didn't think that's what time zone they were in. Chris Thompson in Albuquerque. Shane Sanders from Lake Stanley. It's boat season. Sooners Sue is in Shawnee. Kevin from Topeka listening from his son's doctoral hooding in Lawrence. How cool is that? Kingston Girl is in Tipton, Oklahoma. Zane, Jana, Rick are checking in from North Huntington. Chapsticks returning from Seminole. Jeremy's listening in Issaquah, Washington. How's that? David Gibbs in Tin Killer Lake. The Copelands are synced up in Stigler. Leslie, Kayla, Lori, Jason and Haskell, Michael in Lake of the Ozarks, and Christy and Edmond. Welcome to Sooner Softball, where OU leads it 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the third inning. How about that answer, Destiny McElroy?
I love it. I love it. I think this team is playing really well. I think they're playing together. I love the energy that they're setting. I think they're being very smart in the batter's box.
First pitch swinging, line drive, base hit up the middle by Bella Dayton. Well, good response by Texas to get its leadoff hitter aboard. And we said maybe Kinsey Hansen getting a little overly aggressive, or maybe she caught Coach Gasso sending Alyssa Brito.
Yeah, I think Coach Gasso was aggressively sending Brito from first to home on that hit. I think Kinsey looked up on her way to second and said, I'm still going.
First pitch swinging, bounced foul by the leadoff hitter Ashton Maloney.
And that's when you take your peek. You round first, you look for Coach, and I think she was caught waving Brito still, and Kinsey thought she could stretch a triple on that.
She didn't. It's close. The no ball, 1 strike pitch with the infield in tight is skipped in, and Hansen does an incredible job backhanding it. Sooner Yaya in Northwest Oklahoma City with the horns down. Coach Norm is in Denver. CD and Deb hooked up in Hockley. Joseph and McAllister. Dana and Bill Plankin near Doherty, Oklahoma. The 1-1. Strike 2. So far, Bella Dayton showing no desire to go, though she is effective and dangerous. 14 of 14 in stolen base opportunities this season. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That left side of the infield in tight for the Sooners. The pitch, checked her swing. No, she didn't. Strike 3. 1 away. Our buddy Greg Scallion is tuned in from home in Oklahoma City. Best wishes to Kendall, who had surgery yesterday, resting and cheering on the Sooners. Thinking of you, Greg, and your family. 1 away for Mia Scott. First pitch misses low, ball 1. 4th strikeout for Kelly Maxwell. Scott was a strikeout victim in the first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Bounce to the right side. Sanders gloves to second for 1. No one's able to get to cover first in time. But that's where Sid Sanders is so important. She is so solid with the glove over at first base.
It's a really heads-up play. The way that her body was moving towards second base to go ahead and make that play over there, she didn't have to turn around and send her momentum the other way. Really smart heads-up play. And Alina Torres over at second base, she's shaded close to second, so she wasn't able to get to first base in time to turn 2.
First pitch to Martinez, swings and just fouls it at the plate. Ball squirts towards the Texas dugout. Joe writes, how does Torres get away with her bat toss after hits? I don't know. She's done it all year long. The only place where they really complained was early this year in like Kansas, I want to say. Here's the 0-1. It's in the dirt. It's a great question, though.
It is.
Because she's done it all year.
Yeah, well, that's a hard habit to break.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you have your mechanics, basically. I mean, it's like changing your swing. Like, that's where you finish your swing. But I am shocked that it's not an issue.
Sooners are about as straight away as you can be against Martinez. The 1-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. 4-1 Sooners, bottom of the third inning. 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the third. Texas able to put together a 2-out rally in the second to get a run. Maxwell looking to shut them down here in the third. The 1-2 is ripped foul down the right field line. Oh, what a catch. What a catch. There is looks like a female fan down the third base left field line that brought her glove, and she snagged that one. Impressive. Well done. Eric Hall has us synced up in Pontiac, Illinois. Shout out to his daughter Kylie, who's watching the game with Dad tonight. Our man Craig Moran checked in. The Moran boys probably having a baseball game somewhere in Norman. The 1-2, way outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. One thing you do exchange with Mia Scott now at first, as Bella Dayton was forced out at second. Much different pace at first. Scott's still fast, but not Bella Dayton fast. 2-2 pitch to the lefty Martinez. Frozer, sit down. Cold strike 3, inning over. The biggest of congratulations to Coach Colbith. His wife Shauna checked in, driving home from a state championship baseball win for my Washington Warriors.
There you go. Congratulations.
Way to go, Coach K. 4-1 Sooners here as we go to the fourth. If you're Oklahoma, let's go. Add to this lead, Destiny. You got to love the approach that you've seen at the plate so far from the Sooners.
Yeah, I've loved it. I think they've come out just attacking and understanding that Gutierrez kind of works the count as much as she can. So attacking early when the ball is in the zone, that's when you're going to make the best contact. She tends to go up and out of the zone. You don't want to get caught chasing, and I think that they have handled her really well. They've also kept the momentum. Kept passing the torch. They're doing really well.
Here's Cassidy Pickering. First pitch is in for a strike. Of course, we put a wrap on our third inning shout-outs, brought to you by Century Roofing. Century Roofing on guard for Oklahoma. With the ultimate shout-out as the Pickering grandparents have tuned in from Willow Creek, Montana. Here's the 0-1 to their granddaughter. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cassidy 0 for 1, popped out to second in the first. She bats here to lead things off in the fourth. 4 runs, 5 hits for the Sooners. A run on 2 hits and an error for Texas. Here's the 1-1 to Cassidy. Takes strike 2. There is rain all around us right now. I heard they had checked in from rainy Goldsby. It's raining right now in Norman. Certain areas, but we are in the clear for now. 1-2 is out, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's the softball gods. They want us to play this game. We're going to finish it.
Let's just put 5 runs on the board here and leave no doubt.
There you go.
That'd be pretty fun. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to Pickering. Reaches, swings, misses, 1 away. 4th strikeout for Sidlali Gutierrez. And here's Alina Torres, a strikeout victim in the second. We had sprinkles. We've had a couple of rain moments, but nothing too drenching, nothing too heavy. First pitch swinging, bounced fair down the third base line. Scott throws it away, throws it high, off to second goes Torres. Mia Scott makes a mistake. Torres stands at second on a hot shot to third. How about that?
You've got to make that play. Mia Scott over at third base. I feel like she was just so nonchalant, like, I've got this, it's an easy throw. And that was not. You've got to make sure you make that play.
Here sits Sanders, strikeout victim in the second. If I was Texas, I might challenge if that was a fair ball, but first pitch to Sid is low for ball one. What we'll need to see in either GIF or replay fashion is Fale Aviu dodging Reese Atwood, who is coming down the line to back up the throw that was wild. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Sanders. Swings and lifts it foul and out of play down the left field line. Oh, she had a cut. Good non-challenge, by the way. That was just barely fair down the third base line. I mean, just barely. Scott, when she made the play, was pretty much right even with the bag.
She had plenty of time to ensure that's a good throw. And
instead, the Sooners have a runner at second, and it's the second error on Texas. The 1-1 to Sanders is in for strike two. Ooh, very delayed strike call. Very delayed strike call. Well, I don't like the feel right now. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit. The dark clouds getting closer. The 1-2 pitch. Sanders takes strike three.
Oh.
2-way. Here comes Riley Boone. Patty Gasso is giving a little piece of her mind to Steve Gould, the home plate umpire. Tough night for Sanders. She's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So let's see if the Sooners can take advantage of the gift with a 2-out hit from Riley Boone. First pitch to Boone. In the dirt. Off to third goes Torres. She makes it without a throw. Wild pitch again. Boone is 0 for 1, bounced out to third.
Quite a few wild pitches from Gutierrez.
Check the official stats. I've got her at 3 right now.
3 or 4. I know 2 have advanced runners.
The 1-0 bounced up the middle and through into center field. A 2-out RBI single by Riley Boone makes it 5-1 Sooners. Boone is chanted throughout Oklahoma City, and why not? Oklahoma has taken a 4-run lead on a clutch 2-out chopper from Riley Boone, who worked the dirt.
Boone just doing exactly what she's supposed to do. Work the dirt. Look at that middle. The middle of the field is just wide open. That's all it takes. Score your run, work the dirt, get yourself on base, keep the momentum.
Washington has had a bit of a rough day at second. She hasn't been charged with an error. I think even if she makes that play, Boone's going to beat it out.
It's a tough play to make up the middle with the speed that Boone has.
Jada Coleman's 0 for 2, but scored a run after reaching on an error in the first. She swings through the first pitch on a hit and run that Riley Boone takes second easily. Strike one. And
it's safe to say that Jada did whatever she could to protect the hit and run there.
Something tells me there may have been a time this year that Jada Coleman might have missed a hit and run or something. Time is going to be called here. What's going on? What are they going to challenge? Are they going to say she left early? They're going to challenge whether or not Riley Boone left early. It's time for our first review, brought to you by Noble McIntyre of McIntyre Law. Nope, I think she's right on it. The law firm you should turn to for all your personal injury needs. In fact, I didn't think she got a great jump at all.
She's quick.
But when you watch the replay, it is really bang, bang. Like the Sooner runners are, well, Destiny, you take us through how they're taught. Because they have 1 foot behind and they rock, and then you get that momentum going to almost time it perfectly.
Yeah, so you've got your left foot forward on the base, right foot back, and as you lean back and you bring that right foot forward, you still have that left foot on the base. So that gives you momentum to start your... to take off and get your momentum going, but you also still have that left foot on the bag. So it doesn't necessarily count as you leaving early or leaving before you should, because you've still got that foot planted back there. So
they're going to say she's safe on the review. They pointed to second, so
Riley did a little dance over at second base.
Noble McIntyre Law, the law firm you should turn to for all your personal injury needs. Some thought maybe the review TV keeps showing Boone and potentially leaving early, which she did not. Others, our buddy Toby Baldwin thinks it might have been a potential look at interference by Coleman. Regardless, here's the 0-1 pitch to Jada. Shows bunt, takes ball one.
I mean, Jada gave her full effort to try to protect Boone on that hit and run. That ball was not touchable.
1 ball, 1 strike. Boone at second. Here's the pitch to Jada. Swings and fouls it off.
Jada having a tough time keeping her balance in the box today.
5-1 Sooners. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Boone stands at second with 2 outs for Jada Coleman, who's looking for her first hit of the night. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Off to third goes Boone. Atwood won't have a chance. They'll throw down to first. What's going on here? Did they call that strike 3? Oh my goodness, they called it strike 3. They're going to say she went, and that'll do it for the Sooners here in the top of the 4th inning. 5-1 Sooners as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Reese Atwood leads it off. Here's the first pitch from Kelly Maxwell's. Popped up on the infield, right side. Sanders makes the catch. Reese Atwood is 0 for 2. She is 1 for 14 in her career against Oklahoma. And more importantly, there is 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. I cannot tell if we're getting the clear skies moving towards us or if the rain is moving towards us. Either way, we're in a good spot weather-wise for now. First pitch to Katie Stewart, swinging a foul that caught Kinsey Hansen on the leg. Strike 1. University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners. Dos Equis, Rib Crib, Shakes Frozen Custard, Frito-Lay, Pizza Hut, HTO, Cup Bop, Coop Ale Works, Nacho Express, and Kona Ice. And the Trails Golf Club offers the perfect atmosphere for great golf and family fun. At the Trails, you'll find golf at its best in social events to enjoy all year. Entertain clients, enjoy friends, make family memories at the Trails Golf Club. Visit trailsgolf.com. No balls and a strike to Katie Stewart. 0-1 skips in. Stewart a strikeout victim in the second. The problem in gauging which way this front appears to be moving is that there is hardly any wind to speak of right now. A slight breeze towards left field. There's a good pitch that misses outside 2-1. You'll get a Bronx cheer from the Sooner fans on that one. A little great call after that. It's been a spot that has pretty much been a strike most of the game. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out. The pitch popped up a mile high on the right side. Torres is calling off everyone, makes the catch, and there's 2 away. And there's Jolie Mitchell. Wow. Kelly Maxwell is getting the offensive support that she got on a Friday night in Austin but didn't get on a Sunday. 5-1 Sooners. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sooners 5 runs on 6 hits. Texas, the 1 run that came in the second on just 2 hits. They've committed 2 errors as well. First pitch from Maxwell is a little bit up and away, ball 1.
I'm loving Kelly just trusting her defense, but she's also done a heck of a job in the circle herself with 5 strikeouts in 4 innings.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Headed home. Ground ball sharply hit towards short. Off a big hop, Jennings gloves, throws, inning over. 1-2-3, Kelly Maxwell sets him down in order for the first time since the first inning. Ella Parker will lead things off for the Sooners here in the top of the 5th inning. Oklahoma on top 5-1, along with Destiny McElroy. I'm Chris Plank. Heard from our great friend Jerry Isbell and his wife Sherry. They're tuned in tonight. Crystal Kodina is waiting out a little bit of rain in the parking lot right now of Mitchell Park. Well, I guess that would be the LNC too. As they get set for that third game against Baylor. It looks like we're in good shape. I mean, it looks like if we can get going here, we're going to be in good shape. Like our chance of rain might be in about an hour from now. Ella Parker has had a night. 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. First pitch to the Sooner DP from Citlali Gutierrez is outside for ball 1. How about this freshman here tonight?
Oh, she is so good. Last night she was great. I think it's just super impressive for a freshman to come out and do what she's done.
Here's the 1-0. Ooh, out in front of it. Tried to check her swing. Couldn't, strike 1.
Hitting .416. Heading into postseason, that's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Here's the 1-ball, 1-strike pitch. Parker swings and just kind of nubs it foul at the plate. Her season average is now up to .416. She is definitely in the mix for the all Big 12 tournament team, without a doubt. Maybe the most outstanding player in the tournament, too.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Ella. Swings and drills it deep to left field, but Dayton circles under it, makes the catch right on the foul line for strike 1. Or for 1, the first out. I wish it was just strike 1.
I think one stat that really stands out to me on top of her batting average is her stolen bases.
Leads the team.
I mean, I would not expect that.
Sneaky. Here's TRA. I mistakenly tried to give her Alyssa Brito's hit earlier. Jennings takes strike 1. Jennings doubled and drove in a run in the first inning. Grounded out to third in the third. Home plate umpire getting a new softball to Reese Atwood. The base hit by Tiare Jennings in the first was her 300th career hit. She is the 4th Sooner to reach 300 career hits. How about that?
That is awesome.
Here's the 0-1. In for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Jennings deep in the batter's box. The pitch almost hit her. So do you want to take a quick guess at the 3 other Sooners with 300 career hits? 4 total now. 2 of them pretty recent.
Romero?
Sid Romero, 320.
Ooh.
Here's the 1-2 to Jennings. Swings and fouls it off.
Trying to think. Got to think of all these rosters. Where's Sid at on that list?
Sid is number 3 at 320.
Okay.
Norrell Dixon is number 2 at 328.
I wouldn't have said that one.
You wouldn't have said that one?
No, I don't
neither.
think so.
Wouldn't have guessed you, Norrell, though I should have. The 1-2 is fouled off. The all-time hits leader in Oklahoma Sooner softball history is Jocelyn Allo with 343 career hits. So only 4 Sooners in the history of Oklahoma Sooner softball with 300 hits.
Yeah.
TRA Jennings has joined that group here tonight. The 1-2 pitch to the Sooner shortstop headed home, up high 2-2. 5-1 Sooners. We're in the top of the 5th inning. The RBI was also career run batted in, number 302 for TRA. She now needs 2 more to tie Sierra Romero for 5th on the career RBI list. The 2-2. Reaches, grounds it towards third. Mia Scott up with it, throws a laser this time for the 2nd out of the inning.
And Tiara is leading in doubles. Correct?
Correct. She surpassed Sid Romero's record of 58. She is now at 61 career doubles heading into, I think, the Big 12 tournament. So she would be at 62 now in her career. Alyssa Brito is 1 for 2 with an RBI. She waits and takes the first pitch high for ball 1. So on the season for Alyssa Brito, chalk up her 55th run batted in. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Low and in, 2-0. 55 runs batted in. Just behind Tiare Jennings' 57 for the team leader. Stay within one of her here. Just hit one out of the park, Brito. The 2-0, swing and a miss, 2-1. That is something that hasn't happened very often against Citlali Gutierrez, by the way, the home run ball. She has been fantastic in that category here in 2024.
Yesterday, I think we only saw one home run out of the Sooners.
2-1, check swing, strike 2. Gutierrez has given up 3 home runs this season, and all 3 came in one game. That was against Houston on March 6th, the game Texas lost to Houston. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Brito. Fouled back. I don't think this one's going to get to us. She gave up in that shocking 12-10 win by Houston over Texas back on March 8th. Gutierrez, in a third of an inning, gave up 4 hits, 4 runs, and 3 of those 4 hits were home runs. The other hit was a double. She has not given up a home run since. How about that?
Yeah.
In this conference and some of the places you play and the batting lineups you face, Brito smokes one foul down the third baseline.
She does do a good job of keeping the ball down in the zone. And she's able to mix in some off speeds, which is good, keep the hitters off balance. But you keep that ball down in the zone, it's tough to get that elevation to send it out.
Two balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Brito. Check swing on a ball in the dirt. They'll check. Oh, my goodness. They say she went again. The level for what is a swing and what isn't has been highly subjective here tonight. Here we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Oklahoma on top of Texas 5-1. Before we start the 5th, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Big 12 Championship from Learfield.
Delson, a product of Tyler Heat, powered by Parrish Devon, official personal injury lawyers of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Visit pepperwinds.com.
First pitch in the bottom of the 5th from Kelly Maxwell is a strike to the center fielder, Caden Henry. Henry has one of the 2 Texas hits, and what was still destiny, looking back, kind of a weird sequence. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. And it was a hard hit ball towards the first base side, the second base bag, the right side. And it looked like Torres was about to make a play, and Coleman didn't get a good start. The ball went all the way to the wall for a triple. The 0-2 skips in for ball 1.
Yeah, it was kind of like Coleman thought Torres made the play, and it was kind of delayed to go back that up. Was able to get by her all the way to the wall. It's a tough break.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Henry waits. Maxwell brings it low again. 2-2.
I feel like this is a big moment here to put Texas away in the 5th inning. Keep that momentum on OU's side, but you can't allow anything to go on right now.
No. Especially after they have a chance with a 3-up, 3-down inning coming into the dugout to get a little momentum here. The 2-2. Whoa, that looked good. Ball 3 inside.
I mean, that looked like the pitch he's called all night. Maxwell has got to put this hitter away, whether it's a ground ball, pop fly.
Don't want to walk the leadoff hitter. 3-2. Called strike 3. No, are you kidding me? The home plate umpire backed up how he does when he typically calls strikes, and it's ball 4. That is unbelievable.
Man.
Oh, my goodness. He backed up like he does when he calls a strike. Looked like a pretty good pitch, too. Oh, my goodness. That's strike 3. What are we doing?
That painted that corner perfectly.
Leanne Good will be called upon to pinch hit here. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Oof. Hansen had popped out. He even brought his left fist up. I mean, I think he had me.
He fooled himself.
Here's the 0-1 pitch with a runner at first to Good. It caught the outside corner, strike 2. Where was that on the pitch before? Come on, man. No balls and 2 strikes. Maxwell. It's pop foul out of play and rolls up here and back down. Five runs on 6 hits for the Sooners. On a cloudy, overcast night, but blue skies beyond that left field wall, and we're in a good spot. Good spot weather-wise, good spot scoreboard-wise. Long look by Maxwell. Time is granted to Good. There was still plenty of time on the pitch clock. Do it again. The 0-2 check swing on a pitch that was a little bit up. A lot of it up. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No changes defensively for the Sooners. Straight up. Boone in left. Straightaway center for Coleman. Right field is Pickering. Brito's a little deeper at third. Short for Jennings. Up the middle for Torres at second. Off the bag at first for Sanders. Swing and a miss. 1 away. Maxwell got her on a dirty drop for the 6th strikeout of the game, her first since the 3rd. Here's Bella Dayton. Dayton singled to lead off the 3rd. She bats with a runner at first and 1 out here in the 5th. 5-1 Sooners. And Alyssa Brito changes her positioning destiny significantly.
She came right up. She is in the face of Bella Dayton.
Sanders is in the first baseline as the first pitch is on the outer edge for strike 1.
5-6 hole is wide open. You see Tiare Jennings shaded really close to second base to protect that steal. Kelly Maxwell's got to be able to place that ball perfectly on that outside corner if that's where she goes.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Maxwell. Maxwell hopped down thinking there might be a chance the runner at first. Henry was going. But she jumps ahead of Dayton. No balls and 2 strikes.
2 strikes. Brito took a few steps back. Now she's behind third base.
Dayton's 5 for 6 in the Big 12 tournament, including the single earlier in the 3rd. Maxwell's got her down. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss! 2 away. Strikeout number 7 from Kelly Maxwell. And there's 2 outs for the leadoff hitter, Ashton Maloney, who's 0 for 2. Strikeouts are brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit Union, Oklahoma's largest credit union. The runner at first is Henry after the leadoff walk. 2 outs, the pitch. Strike 1. 5-1 Sooners. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. No balls and a strike. Maxwell stares in. To the belt, to the plate, chop to the right side. Torres, gloves, throws quickly. Got her! Inning over. Kinsey Hansen will lead things off for the Sooners. We move to the 6th. 5-1 Oklahoma. Hansen is 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch takes it a little bit out. Ball one. It's Sidlali Gutierrez back in the circle for Texas. See if they kept good in the game. There was no announcement from our PA guy. They did. She's in a second for Washington. 1-0, bounce towards third. Big hop for Scott. Chargers throws, and there's one away. So setting up that Texas defense, Vivi Martinez still at short on that left side of the infield with Scott. Megan Good is in now at second. Stewart stays at first. The battery of Gutierrez and Atwood. Dayton in left, Henry in center, and Maloney in right. One away. Pickering's 0 for 2. Popped out to second and struck out. She takes the first pitch for strike one.
I'd love to see the Sooners put one more on the board. At least. Get a couple more insurance runs for Kelly Maxwell or
0-1. Rough looking swing on a pitch that was well out of the zone for strike two.
Don't see any activity down in the bullpen. Kelly Maxwell may finish this game.
Yeah, Texas has Estelle Check up and throwing, but OU hasn't had anyone throwing for a minute. The 0-2 pitch is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I say that. I'm not constantly checking, but I know Giacomo. I know Jocko's not here but because he's at his brother's graduation, so congratulations, Jocko. But I see our bullpen catchers watching over the left field wall, so I think we're good. The 1-2 is in the dirt, 2-2. Not a bad seat to watch the game from, is it?
Great spot.
You know what I learned? I learned that the field maintenance guys have a little basketball hoop over there.
Oh, yeah. They have themselves a time over there.
2-2, swing and a miss. Boy, rough night for Pickering continues at the plate. And there's 2 away for Alina Torres.
That down and out pitch is tough to lay off of. It's also a pitch that's a little bit questionable with the umpire. Got to protect. Sometimes it's a strike, sometimes it's not. But that was, to me, out of the zone. Pickering got caught chasing there.
Torres swings through the first pitch for strike one. Not really the best night for this 6, 7, 8 spot in the lineup. They're a combined 0 for 7, but Torres reached on an error and scored a run her last at bat. Now she pops this one foul and out of play. Ooh.
They all seem to be pretty early to contact.
Way to fix that?
You want to just see them be a little bit more patient, start their load a little bit later, start the step a little later.
Torres takes the 0-2 pitch up and away.
I don't think Gutierrez is a pitcher who's going to blow it past them. I think if they can just work opposite field, see the ball later in the zone. We've seen success for Ella Parker, Tiare Jennings doing just that.
1-2 pitch, that hit before the plate for ball 2. Oklahoma Athletics would like to thank the official Eat, Play, Stay partners. Visit Norman, Cup Pop, Courtyard by Marriott, Midway Deli, Nashburn, and Norman NCED. Visit Soonersports.com for more information. 5-1 Sooners trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning. Torres rips that one foul and out of play down the right side. Impressive tonight, Sooner Nation. Impressive. We're packed in the lower bowl. Few bench seatings down the left and right field line, but that's it. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Torres. Swing and a miss. Changed speeds, drilled her in the ground. 9th strikeout for Sidlali Gutierrez, and that'll do it for the Sooners in the 6th. Couple scoreless innings for OU as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. 5-1 Sooners to the bottom of the 6th inning. Back to work for Kelly Maxwell. Sooner softball presented in part by MidFirst Bank, a premier partner of OU Athletics and your exclusive home for the OU debit and credit card. Visit midfirst.com/Sooners for details. Member FDIC. is Coke Zero Sugar, the best Coke ever. Take a taste. Coca-Cola, official partner of the Oklahoma Sooners. And located just 10 minutes from the OU campus, the Courtyard by Marriott Norman is competitively priced with travelers in mind. Learn more about our great amenities and book your stay today at Marriott.com/OKCNO. Riley Boone was in left field. Hannah Core has come into the game. And Patty Gasso just before first pitch in the bottom of the 6th inning shifted Boone from left to right. And Core went high stepping from right to left. Avery Hodge is now in at second base for the Sooners. Everything else stays the same. Core in left, Coleman in center. A Riley Boone that is in right center field. Sanders at first, Hodge at second, Jennings at short, Brito at third. Now we're ready to go with the battery of Maxwell and Hanson, and Mia Scott, who's 0 for 2, leads it off. First pitch, strike. A little longer break between that half inning. Looked like our home plate umpire wanted to make sure that Kristen Zalewski and Mike White, the Oklahoma coaches, were okay with the Sooner shift or knew of the position changes. Scott takes the 0-1 well inside. And I got to be careful. It's not a shift, so there's not an extra infielder here. They just swapped Boone from left to right and Core, who's now in the game, from right to left. One ball, one strike. That's a good spot, a little low.
Oh.
Ball 2.
Really good pitch. I think it's important for the Sooners to just take it one out at a time here. Kelly's got to get this leadoff out. Defense has to work. There's 6 outs left.
2-1 is low, ball 3. Maxwell walked the leadoff hitter, Caden Henry, in this 5th inning. Don't want to mess around here with Martinez, Atwood, and Stewart due up next. This game can unfortunately get interesting with those big boppers. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Hate to see it.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. I think there's a lot of plays that could be called here. With the talent at the top of this lineup, could see some sacrifice bunts here. You could see a lot of pressure applied to the defense.
Martinez hasn't been in the batter's box since the 3rd inning. She's 0 for 2 with her team down 5-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch swinging, popped up foul territory, just out of the reach of Alyssa Brito. At the Trails Golf Club in Norman, you'll experience everything you love about golf and more. Learn about spring membership specials and the advantages of belonging to a private club. Logging on today at trailsgolf.com. We'd like to thank Love's Travel Stops as a presenting sponsor of OU softball. Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the Highland. Back to action. The 0-1 pitch. In for strike 2. And after walking the leadoff hitter, Scott, Kelly Maxwell has jumped out 0-2 on Vivi Martinez. This Texas team is explosive. Be careful here. The 0-2, it hit her. Are you kidding me? It hit her foot on an 0-2 pitch. Nicole May is up in the Sooner pen. Jen Rocha, what's going on here? Jen Rocha asks for time. They're going to bring in a pinch runner, I think, at first. And as they were doing it, the home plate umpire stopped everyone. Now, Patty Gasso and Jen Rocha appear to be in maybe somewhat of a, I guess you could say, animated conversation with our home plate umpire. It's not. I don't know if Jen Rocha was trying to go take a trip to the circle or what happened here, but Texas isn't I have no idea why they weren't allowed to go out and make a circle visit. Hansen's out talking to Maxwell right now. I don't think that there was no argument about a pitch call or anything like that. Maybe Coach Rocha was just trying to get clarity on the hit by pitch. Well, big spot here in this game. One swing of the bat, and this thing gets a little bit nerve-wracking from Reese Atwood, who's 0 for 2. First pitch from Maxwell is a little bit out, ball 1. Pretty good spot.
Yeah, I feel like that's been called a lot tonight.
1 ball, no strikes. Gorgeous night. Wind starts to pick up, blowing out slightly towards center field. The 1-0 is driven to center field and deep, but Coleman leaps and makes the catch. 1 away. Ball was lasered to center field. Coleman took a few steps back, jumped, and took away extra bases on a web gem. Wow, and she made it look easy.
Coleman looked a little caught off guard. I mean, that was a laser. I don't think she thought it was moving as fast as it was, but she's able to get underneath it, make that leaping play.
Patty Gasso is calling time. And she's got something to say to our home plate umpire. She's going to walk out and chat with Kelly Maxwell here. I mean, that was an emphatic call of timeout from Coach Gasso. That's something for Coach. Usually she's granted pretty quickly, but she wanted to make sure that the home plate umpire knew that she needed to get out and talk to her infield. What do you think the message is here, Destiny?
You know, I think they've got to just stay calm. I think this is something this is a tactic to keep the game in their control, keep the pace of the game under their belt. I think, we're getting a pitching change.
Oh, here comes Nicole May trotting out of the bullpen. I love this. Listen to this crowd for Kelly Maxwell.
She did a great job.
So Nicole May being called upon for the first time this weekend. Man, what a spot. Here we go. Maxwell is responsible for the runners at first and second. And here's Katie Stewart. That really put the brakes on this game. That's for certain. Here we go. First pitch, righty-righty matchup. May versus Stewart. Line down Lindsay, strike 1. In 4 2/3 against Texas, May gave up 2 runs on just 5 hits. But the number that was a little bit concerning were the walks. The 0-1, strike 2.
Good pitch.
In that loss against Texas, 6 strikeouts, had a walk and a hit by pitch. And those walks came in big moments. Crowd responds. Katie Stewart waits. The 0-2 up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. May looks good.
She does. I like her composure out there. She looks like she's in control.
1 ball, 2 strikes. First and second for Texas, 1 out, 5-1 Sooners, bottom of the 6th inning. May rocks, fires in the dirt. Good job by Hansen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You got to be careful here with Stewart. She was a Sooner destroyer in Austin. I hate to keep bringing it up, but it's an unfortunate point of reference we have with this team.
400 batting average. That's good. It's a competitive conference.
A couple home runs against the Sooners. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swings and pops it up into right field. Is there room for Sanders? There is. She makes the catch. Made it look easy, and there's 2 away.
It's a big out.
Here comes Jolie Mitchell.
I think if the Sooners can get out of this, it's a lot of momentum and feeling the energy from the crowd. If you can bring that momentum and all of that energy back into the dugout, That'll be big for that 7th inning.
Mitchell walked in the 2nd inning and scored the only Texas run. She takes the first pitch a little bit up and in for ball 1. Alyssa Brito walks towards the circle, shouts out words of encouragement to Nicole May. 5-1 Sooners, but Texas threatening here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 1-0 pitch from May. In for strike 1. To see a super senior, if you will, a 5th year, struggle and then get this opportunity to shut it down. The 1-1 misses, just out. 2 balls and a strike. That's unfortunate because that is in the area of a pitch that's been called a strike for a majority of the evening.
That's all we ask is consistency.
Be smart here, May. The 2-1. Strike 2. What a pitch.
Wow.
Jammed it in on the inside corner. Got the call. Everybody stand up. Why are you down? Stand up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. 5-1 Sooners. May trying to slam the door on the Texas attempted rally. The pitch fouled off.
Good hack.
Clouds seem to be creeping in, but Oklahoma has no worries about that. A leadoff walk to Mia Scott. She's at 2nd. Vivi Martinez was hit by an 0-2 pitch. Then Jada Coleman made a leaping play on a line drive in center field, and Katie Stewart popped out. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Mitchell. Swing and a miss! May gets the K and shuts down the Horns in the 6th. Sooners are 3 outs away from a Big 12 tournament championship as we head to the 7th. Sooner softball is presented by Love's Travel Stops. Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. We'd like to thank our OU community outreach partners, Fowler Auto Group, OU Health, OG&E, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you. To the 7th. 5-1 Sooners. Oklahoma looks to add to its lead with its 8-9-1 hitter. Sid Sanders will lead it off. She's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Sidlali Gutierrez back to work. First pitch in for a strike. OU broke out early on an RBI double. A 2-run double by Tiare Jennings. Made it 2-zip in the first. Here's the 0-1 to Sanders, who rips one into left field down the line. Fair. It'll get to the wall. Sanders off to 2nd. She slides in with a leadoff double. There you go, Sid.
I honestly think that's what she needed. I feel like she will be on a roll. Don't want to jinx it, but I think that's what she needed. She needed to feel that contact, feel that confidence, feel that swing.
Maya Bland is going to pinch run here. Obviously, she has some ghost exercise from that Texas loss. Listen to this crowd as Sid Sanders comes off. I think everyone in that dugout knows how big that could be.
Yeah.
Mia Scott comes in, tied at 3rd as Riley Boone strides to the plate. Boone is 1 for 2 with an RBI single and stole a base. Looking to add to the Sooners' 5-1 lead. She takes the first pitch low and away, ball 1. And Martinez was on the move quick with Boone showing bunt because it's her job to beat Bland to 3rd if Maya tries to steal the bag. She wasn't on the first pitch. She isn't on the 1-0 as Boone reaches and slaps one foul. It's way out of the zone. The next pitch by Sidlali Gutierrez will be her 116th.
I like the matchup with Bland and Martinez. I think there's a lot of opportunity for some chaos over at 3rd.
1-1. Boone misses. The Looked like she was just trying to slap it towards third. Strike two. The RBI by Boone was her 23rd of the season. She's behind on the count of ball and 2 strikes here. The pitch chops it towards short. Nice charge by Martinez, who throws her out. Martinez looks smooth there. One away. Boone is retired. 1 for 3 night for Riley. Here's Jada Coleman, who is, I think she's going to be taking our home plate umpire Steve Gould off her Christmas card list. He's rung her up twice. 0 for 3 night for Boone with a runner, or for Coleman with a runner at second, and the first pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. Though, as she always does, Jade is in the middle of something. The big play in the bottom of the 6th inning at center field off the Atwood liner. Reaching on an error and scoring the first run of the game in the first. The 1-0 is popped into left field and pretty deep. Dayton circles around it in foul toward territory. Makes the catch, though, just short of that sidewall for out number 2. Here's Ella Park. You feel good with a 4-run lead heading to the 7th, but you wouldn't mind just adding one more since you put the leadoff runner out at second base, right?
I think we've got to get one more on the board to feel completely comfortable, or not even completely comfortable. Texas is a great team, so you're never going to be completely comfortable. But
first pitch to Parker is in the dirt. Nice job by Atwood.
Adding another run would definitely give May some confidence, a lot more confidence as she approaches that circle.
2 for 3 night for Ella Parker. Scored 2 runs. Flied out to left her last time up. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. And Atwood's going to walk out and chat with Gutierrez. Well, if you're just tuning in late on a Friday night, where you been? Oklahoma takes a 5-1 lead into the top here of the 7th inning with 2 outs. Sooners put 2 on the board in the first. A double by Tiare Jennings. Jennings was actually forced out at third in that inning. Sooners added 2 in the 3rd inning and then manufactured a run in the 4th. Texas's only run came in the bottom of the 2nd inning. After a 2-out walk, here's the 2-0 pitch to Parker. That's in for a strike, 2-1. That looked a little up. Gutierrez has been solid, 6 2/3, 7 hits, 5 runs. Only 3 of them are considered earned. She has struck out 10 Sooners and has not walked a batter. The 2-1 pitch to Parker in the dirt, ball 3. Kelly Maxwell, 5 1/3, in line for the win. 2 hits. Struck out 7, walked 3, and in 2/3, Nicole May has a strikeout as well. The Sooner pitchers have combined to strike out 8 Texas hitters. It's a 3-1 pitch to the Sooner freshman Ella Parker. She swings and drives it deep to left field, but Dayton makes the catch, racing into foul territory. And the Sooners waste the leadoff double from Sanders. But we'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning, 3 outs away from a Big 12 title with a 4-run lead. Caden Henry, Alyssa Washington, and Bella Dayton. Last hope, 7, 8, and 9 in the Texas lineup. 5-1 Sooners. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Sooner fans haven't sat down the first base and right field line. Here's the first pitch to Henry. Popped it foul and out of play from Nicole May. Like what you're seeing so far from Nicole May, Destiny?
Yeah, I do. I like her just demeanor, everything about her. The way she came out of the pen, I think she looked very strong, very confident. And I think she's thrown some really good pitches. She's working the corners really well.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's a bunt, and it is foul. Just foul. Strike 2. Hansen popped out from behind the plate and waited for it to just roll foul.
Really good decision. Henry's got some good speed.
And she's reached both plate appearances today.
Yeah.
Had that RBI triple in the second, and then walked and was stranded there in the fifth. May has jumped out to an 0-2 count. Nicole rocks and fires. A little low. There's many that think this could be the fourth of potentially 6 to 7 meetings between these two teams. It's a good chance Texas will still be one when the seeds are announced tomorrow. Sooners might be 2. The 1-2 pitch just getting a piece of it. Though, if Oklahoma closes the book on a 5-1 win, Destiny, in the Big 12 championship,
I know it's
that
gonna be
evens
close.
the season series at 2. I know Texas's strength of schedule is better than Oklahoma's. I know the RPI is 1-2. Their wins against top 25 is higher than OU. The 1-2 pitch. Call. Another time when Kinsey Hansen popped out, thinking it was going to be called strike 3. Instead, it's a little up ball 2.
And he did the back step.
He's done that to me 4 times tonight, y'all. He's got me 4 times tonight.
He got me a big time on that.
Where he steps back, and I think he's going to punch her out, and he calls it a ball. Let's do it again. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from May. There it is. Swing and a miss. Sooners are 2 outs away, baby. Second strikeout for Nicole May.
That's big time.
Here's Megan Good, strikeout victim, her last time up. Leanne Good, pardon. Megan Good. That's who I went to high school with. Leanne Good was a strikeout victim back in the 5th. First pitch up high, ball 1. That is now for Sooner pitchers 9 combined strikeouts. 7 for Maxwell, now 2 for Nicole May. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Bounce back towards us. Come on, ball.
Oh.
So close, Destiny. So close.
I thought.
That thing rocketed back up the netting towards us. Big shout outs to the crew here at Devon Park. They've been great. Joseph Conrad and the crew with the Big 12 have done a solid job. Sooners looking to put the finishing touches on another Big 12 title as the 1-1 paints the outside corner for strike 2.
It's a good look for Nicole May in this environment, just the experience out on the mound.
The 1-2. Cold strike 3. 2 away. Sit down. 3 straight strikeouts by Sooner pitchers. The 10th on the night. Bella Dayton, the last choice, and chance. Everybody standing here. First pitch swinging. She popped it up. Right side. Hodge under it. Ball game. We're taking the trophy with us to the SEC. The Sooners win the Big 12 tournament by a final score of 5-1 in the championship game over the Texas Longhorns. You can doubt them, you can question them, but you better never count them out. The Sooners are the Big 12 champs again for the 9th time in program history. They won the first Big 12 softball tournament in 1996, and they'll win their last in 2024. 5-1. The Sooners. Catch your breath. We'll get the Bud Light postgame show started next.